Howdy folks, Bairdos here. I know it's been a while, but here we are, back after a few months with December's campaign breakdown. This month it's called the Rousing Return Campaign, so it's aptly named for my return. It's not a great month to be honest, but I'll get into it anyway. So the campaign period is from Tuesday December 11th till Monday December 31st at the usual times. Campaigns that it brings are, firstly, an increased seal and crest drop rate campaign. So this means the rate at which Beastman's kindred seals and the 3 types of crests are dropped is increased based on the number of members in the party up to a maximum of 6 seals, meaning you can get 6 seals a fight effectively. So if you were farming them for the next campaign, best doing it in numbers. That next campaign is the additional Seal Battlefield Spoils campaign. What this one isn't the good one, sadly. This is the one where it means that Phobos Orb, Deimos Orb, Zealous Orb and Baya Orb, BCNMs, the enemies in them drops a lot of items when they're defeated. It's not just the crate at the end. These can be somewhat alright. I mean, if you just want a whole lot of stuff, it's good for bang for your buck. But yeah, so the Phobos Orbs cost 30 Kindred Crests, the Deimos Orbs cost 50 Kindred Crests, Zealous Orbs are 30 High Kindred Crests, and the Baya Orbs are 50 High Kindred Crests. Not all of the enemies in each fight drop stuff, but yeah, what you're going to get from each fight is each enemy that drops stuff has 6 to 7 slots for drops. First slot for the first 5 slots are the same across all enemies and all battlefields. First one is any sort of Mog Garden, or I'll say Mog Garden, it's an item that comes from Mog Garden but it's used for monstrosity, I believe, or a special item event. So that can be like Golden Seed Pouch, Monarch Beetle Saliva, or Red Eyes, Juggable Wand, Nomad Moogle Rod. These examples are taken from BG Wiki. It's about my experience as well. Very seldom do you get the wands and the Moogle Rods. More often you're getting the Seed Pouches and the Beetle Saliva. It's a whole lot of meh in that first slot. The second slot is either a coupon eye seal, so if you've got a lot of Abyssy seals you're trying to get and don't really want to do the farming of the NMs in there, and who can blame you, then you want a lot of them, or coupon A Lum, which turns into the Moria drops. You can turn it in through one of the Moogles. What that turns into is, it can be a Merciful Cape, Altruistic Cape, Astute Cape, Justice Torque, Hope Torque, Prudence Torque, Fortitude Torque, Faith Torque, Temperance Torque, and Love Torque. And breathe. So yeah, if for some reason you wanted some of those 73-ish drops, that would be what you'd be after, but you're going to end up with a lot of them as well if you do this a few times. Slots 3 to 4 are scrolls, can be any sort of magic really. I've seen tier 3s drop in this, but there's also ancient magic. The amount of phalanxes, Utsusemi-Nis and raise 3s on your server's auction houses is about to skyrocket, so if you've got them to sell them now. Bismarck's only just went back up in price for Utsusemi-Ni, so that will crash again. They can also drop Meteor or Arise, so I've yet to see them, but I have only maybe done 20 of these fights, I reckon. Then 5th slot is valuable. BG Wiki has valuable in inverted commas because it really is. I personally would never refer to it as valuable. Synthesis materials. Yeah, just stuff you're going to use for synthesizing. Nothing major here. It's just all pretty much junk. Accumulation. It'll eventually sell okay on the H, some of it. If you get dragon meat, hey, you've probably got the best drop you can get in that slot. Slots 6 to 7 are the ones that hold a difference per fight. So, going from each fight, your Phobos orbs all give raid pouch items. They can give various stones and stuff. The Kindergarten cap also gives Frayed Sack of D and L, so that's devious dies, and the other one, liminal residue, that's the one. So if you're looking for Empyrean weapon skills, spam that, you will come out with a lot of devious dies and liminal residues. You'll be laughing. Palbro Project, all frayed pouch types, and frayed sacks liminal, so just liminal residues from that one. And the V formation for some reason gives Ergon tinctures. I've never really found a use for them. If there is something that I have glaringly missed, let me know in the comments below. Deimos orbs are all abjurations, and they're all the 99, and that's it, abjurations, nothing higher. So these were the first time you saw the what is now Ayu set, the big green set for Curie mages. Yeah, that sort of stuff. So it's lock style at best. Inventory -1 at worst. I wouldn't step near the Deimos orbs personally. I did way back when because I wanted to get the lock style for the Ryu set. But yeah. Zealous orbs. You've got 2 fights here, the first of which, antagonistic ambuscade, not to be thought of at all like ambuscade, drops coupon AW Pan and coupon AW Habs. Those are Pandemonium Mordon and Absolute Virtue. So, as you'd expect, those drops from those fights. A Pan will get you a Hachiryu Haramaki, or a Nanitsusaya, or a Dorj or Shenlong's Bagnax, if for some reason you wanted 75 cap stuff. Again, you could lock style it, but they have brought this in Unity form at 119 cap. And the AW Abs will give an Inertus Sash, Mars Ring, Bellona's Ring, Minerva's Ring, Bitsuno Mitama, Oriel, and Raphael's Rod. Some of that is actually still okay. Yeah, Inertus is still fairly good up until you hit 99. And the rings can still find uses. Raphael's Rod is still an alright 8 use 3 raise 3 item. So, I mean, that's a use, I suppose. And Thoracic Park, also using the Zealous Orb, gives Skirmish rank 3 segments. So, if you're looking to do a lot of Skirmish and you don't want to pay whatever money they're going for, I don't know, I've not done Skirmish in a long time, then yeah, I suppose. But I'd spend your time doing other things personally. And finally, the Baya Orb, the Mobline Comedy, which takes place in the Mineshaft zone. Pain in the arse to get to, but this is probably the only worthwhile fight. It can drop Relic, Mythic and Empyrean currency singles. It can also drop 100 pieces in pouches. So yeah, that's, like I said, that's probably the one worth doing. And the Nest of Nightmares drops Hexed and Hexed -1 equipment. The Hex stuff is for the 99 abjurations. Hex -1 still has use, still gets money, so that's worthwhile, but it's very rare that it drops them. So, do you want to spend your time doing that and getting a lot of junk in the process? I don't know. But yeah, that is that campaign, and that takes up a lot of this video. Next up we have Assault, Nyzul Isle, Uncharted Area Survey Mysterious Item Campaign, which is probably where I'm going to be spending my time during this campaign, and I'll card a video here that I've made a long time ago about it. Adventurers will have a chance to acquire new mysterious items whenever defeating a notorious monster on each floor. Effectively what you're doing is you're aiming for NMs on each floor, wiping them out, clearing the floor objective, and then moseying on up. On the 20th, 40th, 60th, 80th and 100th floor you'll get a +2 item, I believe it is, from the boss there. So you want to aim for those floors as well, because that can turn into a linen pouch, or I've had something else from it, I can't remember what. A lot of people were looking for the Alzadal table, or whatever that's called. Pretty cool map. I didn't know that before I junked it, so I'm going to look for that again. But you also get Z&M pops from that, so it's hit or miss with that, but the NMs themselves can either drop you junk or can drop you pretty high end stuff. I have had Reason Jima gear drop from that, so yeah, that was a while ago. Who knows what's been added to it since. I don't know whether there's going to be anything from Dyna in there, probably not, but you never know. One can hope, one can wish, one can dream. Next up we have the double Simulacra segment campaign, which just means that your Skirmish Simulacra segments drop from colonization and lair reefs doubly as much, if you're after them. Another one I might be looking into is this next one, and that's the Surge Walk campaign. This is for Walk of Echoes, and every walk? Is that what they're called? Yeah, every walk in Walk of Echoes will become Surge and Endowed walks throughout the duration. So that means better chance at the better gear. And there'll be likely to be more people in there, so you can actually clear the things. So there's still some really good stuff to come in from there, so I'll see me spending a bit of time in there with my group. Next off we have the Skirmish Stone and Arcane Glyptics campaign. Means if you're upgrading any of the original Skirmish stuff, like the Skirmish weapons, this is before this is stuff before the Alluvion skirmishes happened. So the Skirmish weapons +2, and the Sizin, Otronif, Eoetl, Gendowitha and Hagondes +1 sets, you'll get better results if you're engraving them, but that was, the augment system on that was terrible. Really was not a very good reward. Skirmish Frenzy Campaign Plus is also on. What that means is skirmishes will undergo the following changes during the campaign. Your treasure cover, your personal, will increase in rank much faster. So the better you do, the more you'll get at a faster rate. Yet QXs will spawn more often. Those things drop a lot of stuff when you kill them, so those are the wee pink AccuXs. So you always want to look for them whenever you have a chance. Spawn rate of Balamor's Adumbration will be increased in Skirmish Yorcia Weevil as well. That's when Balamor takes over the... Where's Balamor's head, I think? Where's it Balamor? No, it's Balamor. takes over in place of the thing you're trying to go after, the stronghold in Illuvian Skirmish. So that also yields a lot of stuff when you kill it, and also gives you more floors to do. Translurry will always be obtainable from Illuvian Skirmish Orsia. Transmelange are more likely to be obtained in Skirmish Outer Rakaznar. And the spawn rate of Heartwings will be increased in Orsia Skirmish and Outer Rakaznar Skirmish. Blech. So if Skirmish stones still sell well on your server, then this is the time to go after them, because, well, the pet sets are still really good. Still really good. But aside from that, that's about all I got. And finally, the last campaign for this month is the Special Dial campaign. What this does is every day when you log in, as long as your character is older than 45 days old, you will get an #SP dial key as soon as you log in. What you can do with that is trade it to the Gobby Dial NPC Gobby next to the mystery box, and he will let you spin for free by taking the key off of you, and you get the dial that usually costs 50 SP. This is a good time to get some random stuff. You can get pretty much anything from it. More often than not it's junk, but you can get some really good stuff from it, so I like to store them up and spam them, but if you want to use them one at a time, hey, it's your keys, your time. But yeah, that is it. That is your meh December campaigns. Still kind of miffed that they decided to split up November's, give us the two best ones for half a month each. Give us a full month of Omen cards, please, and a full month of the Statue Crusher Plus, please. Please. I know I'm being greedy, but when you wait a year for both, and then you get half a month of each, it's a bit annoying. Just a bit annoying, especially considering that, at least on Bismarck, and I know I'm digressing here, but on Bismarck, the shard prices for Dynamis armor, it's not like it's a supply and demand issue, but they just still creep. Simply, some people will pay stupid amounts, even though they're not selling all that often. I don't understand it. But anywho, I hope this has been of some assistance to you. If it has, let me know in the comments below. If there's anything else you want to see from me, let me know as well. I will hopefully get around to it now that I am back in the groove. As far as 11 content goes that I have planned, we still have Jimmy's Corsair to finish. I still have a couple of videos that I need to actually put together for progress wise from Jimmy. I still intend to write up I say write up, I mean do my gear, current gear and wanted gear for my jobs on Bairdos. Yeah, if there's anything else, just let me know. As far as guides go, I'm leaving that to the guys that are more in tune with that sort of stuff, like Rua, and I just seen one from Ejin today that was also for Sam, that was pretty good. So yeah, go and check those guys out. I'm sure you already have though, because I'm just a small guy. But anyway, again I digress. I've been rambling a lot. It's almost 3. So, and there's been no script from this, I'm sure you've been able to tell. Anyway, again I hope this has helped, and if it has, sharing it would be muchly appreciated. Anyway, I've been Bairdos. This has been a campaign breakdown for Final Fantasy XI. You take it easy, have a good day. Adios.